So since it's 31st of May, I want you guys to watch this video till the end. The reason is simple, because it is the last day of the month and tomorrow we will be flashed with a new CPR, a CPI indicator, leading indicator, which gives us information beforehand. And with the help of this leading indicator, we are going to find out whether the month of June is going to be bearish or bullish. So before I jump into the content, I want you guys to do me a favor and quickly destroy the like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. So just like how we anticipated, Bitcoin started breaking down. I mean, we talked about this rising wedge, a bearish continuation pattern that in the medium short term we were expecting Bitcoin to show weakness, but in a bigger picture this could be a great buying opportunity. And just like what we talked on my previous video, you can see this bearish continuation pattern is playing out. And parallelly, I even showed you with this symmetrical triangle where the scenario was neutral. I mean, the bias was neutral. Breaking the upper trend line was considered bullish, breaking the lower trend line was considered bearish. And just like how we projected here, you can see Bitcoin with small relief rally started breaking down. So what does this mean? Will the price of Bitcoin go even lower? Because according to our leading indicator, you can see Bitcoin has lost the support from this R2 line, right? For the month of May, this is a very important line. We lost the support around 109,000. Now, what I want you guys to do is to look at this R1 line, which is around $101,000. So today, if the price of Bitcoin, please listen carefully, this is very important, guys. Today, if the price of Bitcoin manages to close the candle above, right, manages to close the candle above this May month CPR, I mean above 90,000, then the next month CPR will be an ascending CPR. I mean top, bottom, and where the monthly is going to close. So let's suppose the monthly candle is going to close somewhere around 101, 102,000. If that happens, then what we need to do is we need to add the top, bottom, and where the candle is expected to close. So in this case, we are expecting around $102,000, $101,000. So if we add top, bottom, and the candle close and divided it by 3, then you will get a central CPR for the month of June. So in our case, if the monthly candle is going to close above 100,000, then the next month CPR could be somehow like this, which is going to be an ascending CPR. So the pullback here could be just a temporary pullback, and price of Bitcoin after that for the month of June is going to be bullish. And now for the medium short term, yes, we are aware Bitcoin is still looking weak, not just only because of this rising wedge, not just only because of this symmetrical triangle breakout, right? But even with the help of this ascending channel, another bearish continuation channel where the upper trend line acted as resistance and lower trend line acted as a support. So in our case, the support has already been broken. Now it looks like a continuation. So in the medium short term, expect a continuation like this to play out, but this does not mean we are bearish. I have been very clear with you guys. A pullback like this in a bigger picture could be a great buying opportunity. So for the medium short term, we just need the monthly candle to close above 90,000 to remain bullish, and the probability of monthly closing above 90,000 is higher, and that's why we are expecting a pullback in a bigger picture to be a buying opportunity. I mean, if you simply look at this rising trend line support, each and every pullback around this rising trend line resulted in a very, very bullish move. And I showed you, if the worst case starts playing out, Bitcoin losing the support which we have right now around the upper trend line from this ascending triangle type of formation, what in that case, we are expecting this weekly to show a continuation like this. I mean, around this rising trend line, which could bring us in between 90,000, 95,000. But we know what has happened each and every time whenever the price of Bitcoin tested the support from this rising trend line. You can see we have formed a very, very bullish move. So if the price after a continuation like this holds the support around this rising trend line, then you can see this is definitely going to give us a great buying opportunity, because in the medium short term, a pullback around this trend line, this rising trend line, 95,000, also mean a pullback around the golden pocket area. Yes guys, according to this Fibonacci line, you can simply take the Fibonacci, we can take the Fibonacci from here, from low till this high, and if the price of Bitcoin shows a pullback towards this golden pocket, then you can see even the golden pocket sits around $95,000 to $90,000. So that's why any sort of a pullback could be a temporary pullback before expecting a continuation in this manner, a U-shape or a V-shape type of recovery. But we are also aware in the medium short term, Bitcoin is still holding this support around 100 to 103,000 tight. I mean, this is the line we previously called resistance, and since the price of Bitcoin, the weekly is above this trend line, the same trend line will be looked as support. And parallelly, even with the help of this broadening wedge, this descending broadening wedge type of formation, the upper trend line previously rejected us. Now the same upper trend line is being tested. So in the medium short term, if Bitcoin manages to remain above this trend line, that means the monthly is going to close above 100,000, which will be printing an ascending CPI. And just like what I said before, ascending CPI only gets formed during uptrend, and price of Bitcoin after that, even after some shakeout, would be still heading higher. And now, last but not the least, this weekly formation is also playing out perfectly. I mean, Bitcoin, after reaching the first target or the first price objective, just like in this example, is showing a pullback, right? This here, if you look at the price structure carefully, this could be just a temporary pullback. So that's why if the price of Bitcoin in our case manages to remain or close the monthly above 90,000, then in a weekly, this here will be a temporary pullback. I mean, Bitcoin closing the weekly above 100 to 103,000 means the new body close or the weekly candle will also remain above this trend line, which is going to be very strong support in the medium short term. So that's why Bitcoin closing above 100,000 means this will be looked as a continuation pattern. This will also line up parallelly, broadening wedge, descending broadening wedge formation, and even this continuation here. I mean, Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin closing the candle above 100,000 means the new month CPI will be acting as support, right? In case of a pullback, and price after that is expected to continue in this manner. So in case of doubt, what I want you guys to do is to simply zoom out. So this were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. And guys, if you are all aware about the bonuses which are available for our community members in the description down below from Bybit, Phemex, OKX, then please check it out. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.